sir, our viewers also wanted to know what are the steps to follow for time management.
This is a very good question.
Yes, sir.
Because if you're managing anything, you need to follow something.
Yes.
Be it yourself or doing a task or anything. Okay, so there are certain steps that I follow. Okay, I follow to manage my own self. All right, and in the process, meet the timelines.
Okay,
Right. So, I think the first thing that anybody should maybe follow is have something in front of them. Have a goal. Have something set. Otherwise, you don't even know where you're running, which direction you're running. Right? So, you must have a preset goal, have an idea of where to go, all right, what to do, right? And then the other things will fall in place. Okay, so I usually use this statement, keep the end in mind and begin your race. So the first thing is set goal. It can be anything. Okay, it can be a personal goal, professional goal, a health goal. It can be a financial goal. It can be maybe a social goal. Anything it can be. All right. Now, once you set, I would also say that when you're setting a goal, try to make it as a written goal. Okay, because most of the goals are just thought and forgot, right? But when you write it down, it reminds you that you're bound to something and you'll have to work for it. And then moving on to the second one, okay? The second one is the plan. Okay, so you know that, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's how it is. Because I think in my previous videos, I think in one video I did mention when it comes to goal setting that you have to have a wish, dream, desire, or a need at least, plus have a plan of action, plus have a deadline. Together, you will achieve that goal, right? And that becomes a goal, right? So the second one is obvious that we need to have a plan of action because setting a goal is actually giving you direction. Now, how are you going to tread on that is your plan of action. And have a beautiful plan of action because how you're going to achieve that. All those things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps, or in certain plans there can be even 20, 25 things that you'll have to do. All right. So the second is have a plan of action. So 1, set goals. 2, have a plan of action. Right? Now moving on to third. Right. So once you set a plan, there's so many things in that plan. All right. And all the things have to be done at a certain point. All right. Few have to be done on priority. Few can be done later and few have to support few things to be done while that work is being done. So that prioritizing is the third one. You need to do the first things first. All right, and then only go to the next one. Okay, so it's just like, maybe someone is cooking a nice dish. So what they do is they put the first things first.
Yes.
And if everything is prioritized and put in that order, only then it tastes good.
Yes.
Right. So when it's only for that dish, that how this life has to have that flavor.
Yes.
And only if you prioritize that. And once you are writing your plan of action, you will actually get to know that ये मैं सबसे पहला करना है, and I have to invest more time in that, get this info, then start segmenting it, then approach people, and then do these things. So that prioritizing is an art. I've seen so many people who are extraordinary in setting goals, great planners, and they are hard workers. But they don't achieve that end result because they don't prioritize it properly. So prioritize karna bahut badi baat hai. It's very important. Okay. So 1, set goals, have a plan of action, then prioritize. Right. So once you prioritize certain things, okay, you know that this is tomorrow, this is the first thing you'll have to do.
Yes.
Right? That means you are scheduling now.
Yes.
You have to schedule a time, a date for that particular work.
Okay.
It's something like you're giving an appointment to your own self to do that. Right? So it has to be done with a lot of respect. Okay, with a lot of commitment and dedication and focus. Right? That small task, okay, when you are prioritizing could be a very small task. That's
Yes.
fine. But you have to give it the same due diligence. Give the same respect. Right? So scheduling it is very, very important.
Yes.
Otherwise, you wouldn't even know how far have you reached in achieving that goal. Whatever we've said. Right?
Yes.
So schedule करना बहुत जरूरी है. एक appointment देना बहुत जरूरी है. And you can tentatively give it a little time for that work. Maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes based on the nature of work.
Yes.
Right? So schedule करना है. Now once you schedule all the prioritized works, there are about 15 things and all the 15 you have given the scheduling for that.
Yes.
So what to be done, when and how long.
Yes.
I think it's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
Right? So once you're done with the scheduling part of it, now you'll have to organize a lot of things for it. Then comes this organizing skills. Okay, if tomorrow I have to meet that XYZ person, right, and I've scheduled it.
Yes.
I've scheduled it because it's a part of my priority, it's a part of my planning, and it's a part of my goal.
Yes.
Alright? So when I've scheduled it, what I have to do is I have to organize all the things that are required for that particular appointment.
Yes.
And I've given 20 minutes for that, for example. Alright? So I have to have all the tools handy. I can't at that point start searching for things.
Yes.
So I have to organize it way in advance.
Yes.
Right? Maybe when you're prioritizing and scheduling itself, you start organizing things. Maybe you need a notepad, you need a writing pen.
Yes.
So you'll have to check all those things. So schedule karna is important. But for that particular 20-25 minutes, or whatever that appointment you've given, for the task, you have to organize things. I've seen so many people having steady time, this time, that
Yes.
time, and advertising to everybody that, for the next half an hour, please don't disturb and all these things.
Yes.
They go inside and उससे double speed में बाहर आ जाते हैं. क्योंकि they have not organized things.
Yes.
Then they start searching. Where's this book? I kept it here. I'm not able to find it. पूरा घर को ऊपर नीचे कर देते हैं.
हाँ,
समझ रहे
घर में होता है.
हाँ, होता है. क्यों ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं किया है? गोल सेट किया है मार्क्स आने का, अच्छी प्लान भी हो चुकी है, प्रायोरिटाइज भी कर दिया है, उसके लिए स्केड्यूल भी दिया है 6 से 6:30 बजे तक. लेकिन गलती कहाँ हो गई? ऑर्गेनाइज सब चीजों को नहीं किया. तभी तो वक्त बर्बाद होगा ना. राइट? सो दैट्स हाउ वी एंड अप वेस्टिंग टाइम. राइट? सो ऑर्गेनाइजिंग थिंग्स फॉर दैट फ्यूचर स्केड्यूल अपॉइंटमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Right? That actually makes you more disciplined. And people around you will actually, maybe they're not able to actually figure out what you're doing. They might ask you, पागल हो गया है कि ये सब किसके लिए कर रहा है? Well, no, tomorrow I have to do this. And I'm very serious about it. आप जिस काम पे जितना seriousness आप दिखाते हैं, उतना आपको अपना जो, whether it's a house, your home, or it can be your office, or anywhere, they'll respect you for that.
Yes.
Because tomorrow when you achieve certain things in life, these are the people who are going to talk to the world. कि हमने देखा है भाई इसको, हमने देखा है.
Yes.
क्रिकेट IPL चल रहा था, लेकिन ये अपना काम पे था, ये. So we'll have those ambassadors, brand ambassadors, to propaganda the success to the world. All right?
Yes, sir.
So सवाल पूछेंगे लोग, तो बस बिंदास बेझिझक होके बता दो what you're doing. Fine, you don't have to give all the details. But again, organize करना बहुत जरूरी है. Because if you don't organize and at 20 minutes you're searching and making everybody run around, that means people will actually hate your presence there. जैसे कि यार तू थोड़ा organize करना. ठीक है. So, set goals,
Yes.
plan of action.
Yeah.
Alright. Now once you have a plan of action, prioritize करना बहुत जरूरी है.
Yes.
Then you'll have to schedule.
Yes.
Now once you schedule, you have to organize things for that time
Yes.
and date. ठीक है? So अभी organize तक हमने आया.
Yes.
Now once you organize, you land up on that scheduled time. 9 to 9:20. Right. See, the thing is, from 9 to 9:20, nobody on this earth is going to monitor you.
Yes.
Right? मैं तो ये भी बोल दूं कि भगवान शायद देखेगा आपको ऊपर से. Right? Because he is the master of time.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe God observes you, sees you. Right? But end of the day, the 20 minutes that you've scheduled and organized and done all this homework, आप accountable किसको है? You have to be accountable to your own self.
Yes.
So you have to monitor yourself.
Yes.
And you have to control those 20 minutes or 20 odd minutes that you've given. ईमानदारी से. अगर आपका काम 5 मिनट में हो गया, alright, still you have 15 minutes.
Yes.
Maybe you can rework. You can do something else. You can add on.
Yes.
Maybe you'll get an idea there.
Yes.
Okay, वहां से कुछ ऐसी चीज आ जा सकता which the world is wanting that to actually
Yes.
come. So you never know that, right? So monitor करना है, अपने आप को जिम्मेदार ठहराना है. Okay, and control that time complete. Your phone will be ringing. That's the job of a phone. All right.
Yeah.
But when you control yourself, when you monitor yourself, you are 200% dedicated to that task more than these sidetractions and distractions.
Yes.
Right? So ये control बहुत जरूरी, monitor करना बहुत जरूरी है. And no third person knows. Self-control, self-monitoring is a blessing. आदमी इतना discipline हो जाएगा. And that's what I read this somewhere. You know, the bridge between imagination and reality
Yes.
is discipline.
Yes.
I wish I get 95%. Right. But reality क्या है? If it's really 95, that means you were disciplined. If it's 65, that much was your discipline. If you fail, that much was your discipline. It's always the discipline that is actually a bridge between expectations and reality. Had I been more disciplined, I would have been somewhere else. मैंने ये भी बहुत जने बोलने का सुना. Alright. So that discipline is the outcome of controlling yourself and self-monitoring yourself. ठीक है ना?
Yes.
So let's quickly run through that. Set a goal, have a plan of action. This is the second. And once you have a plan of action, you have to prioritize things.
Yes.
Because things are all haywire.
Yeah.
Right? So you put them in order.
Yes.
You prioritize करेंगे. So once you prioritize, you have a set of list of things.
Yes.
And then for each and everything, you'll have to schedule a
Yes.
time and date.
Yes.
You'll have, because every task needs time.
Yes.
Right? So you'll have to schedule this. I'll have to do it on this so and so time. I think you can get 2 or 3 options. You can schedule them. Now, once you schedule it, you'll have to organize things required for that particular scheduled time and date that is given to that task. Okay, once you organize everything, the only person who's going to be accountable is you to you.
Yes.
So, monitoring yourself, controlling
Yes.
yourself. So, once you do all these things, from the goal setting till you're monitoring yourselves,
Yes.
the last step is you will meet deadlines. Can be anything. You wanted to, एक goal में आपने लिखा है कि ये सब मेरे को करना है, and the plan of action is there below, alright? Till starts from the planning, goes down till the monitoring.
Yes.
Okay, and this has to be done by this year in 2021. So if you can do all the above, you'll actually meet deadlines. Okay, in this, all you've done is manage yourself. So self-management बहुत सारा काम कर रहा है इसमें. And in the process, people say that this person knows how to manage time. But the fact of the matter is, this person knows how to manage himself or herself.